Your attention is your true currency. In this world, there is no greater asset you possess than your attention. Yet, like a mindless spender in a world of endless temptations, you squander it every day, chasing hollow distractions and fleeting pleasures. Every scroll, every notification that drags your eyes away, is a piece of your soul you've willingly sold for nothing. You think you're just watching, just passing time, just filling the void. But the truth is far darker. You're not just scrolling, you're spending. Every second you surrender to the noise, to the flashes of screens, to the empty chatter of social media, you're placing a price tag on your future. You're selling the very currency that could shape your destiny. In this age of infinite distractions, every moment you spend is a debt you owe to the person you could have been. Every article you skim, every video you waste your time on, is an opportunity for greatness that's slipping through your fingers like sand. You'll never get that time back. Time, once spent, is gone forever. You can't buy it back. You can't pause it, rewind it, or reclaim it. You only have the present. So, ask yourself, what is it that you're giving your attention to? Is it building you up? Or is it stealing from you, robbing you of the power you could be channeling into something meaningful? Social media, entertainment, the endless flood of news, they're all trying to grab your focus. They don't care about you. They care about keeping you hooked, keeping you weak, keeping you distracted, because in your distraction, they hold the power. Guard your focus. Guard your attention. It's the only currency you have that's truly yours. The moment you let others control where it goes, you lose the most vital part of yourself. Every time you let your attention slip away, you're paying for a future that's less than it could have been. A future where you're a spectator of life rather than its creator. So, take it back. Your focus is not something to be squandered. It's the most precious thing you have. Protect it as if your life depends on it, because it does. When you spend your attention, you are choosing what your life will become. Choose wisely, for the price is higher than you think. What are you willing to pay today? What are you willing to sacrifice tomorrow? Your future self is waiting for you to wake up. Stop spending what you can never recover. It's time to invest in what truly matters. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Comfort. It's the sweet, warm lie that tells you you've done enough. It's the soothing voice that convinces you to settle, to rest, to stop. It calls to you from the soft embrace of your bed, from the couch, from the screen that flickers with hollow entertainment. And you listen. You listen because it's easy, because it feels good. But let me tell you this, comfort is the enemy of greatness. Success doesn't thrive in comfort. Success isn't found in the gentle rhythm of a life without struggle. It despises comfort, sees it as a weakness, a crutch that keeps you from ever reaching your true potential. You think you've earned your rest, don't you? You've worked hard, so why not indulge in the comforts of modern life? But here's the brutal truth. The very conveniences you seek, the streaming services, the food delivery, the endless scroll of mindless content, they are traps. They're not rewards. They're distractions. They're chains disguised as pleasures. These distractions are perfectly designed to make you weak, to make you soft. The world wants you comfortable, wants you distracted, because it knows that in that state, you will never rise. You will never push yourself beyond what's easy, beyond what's convenient, beyond what's comfortable. And that's the game. That's what the world wants. It wants to keep you small. It wants to keep you just good enough that you never reach for great. But here's the reality. If you want success, if you want to break free from mediocrity, you must actively choose discomfort. Wake up earlier. While the world sleeps, you rise. While others wallow in their soft beds, you take the first step towards something greater. Every morning is a battlefield, and the enemy is comfort. Win the battle, and you win the day. Say no to distractions. Every notification, every click, every moment spent, lost in someone else's life, it's a moment stolen from your own. Do you want to build your empire or waste away in someone else's? Focus is a weapon. Use it. Guard it. Do what's hard. Repeatedly. Success doesn't come from doing what's easy. It comes from doing what others won't do. It comes from choosing the path that hurts, the one that pushes you, the one that demands sacrifice. It's the repetition of discomfort that builds strength, that forges character, that molds you into someone capable of achieving the extraordinary. Do the hard thing, again and again. Don't stop until you've reshaped your very being. Because listen carefully. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you could be. Discipline is the key that unlocks the door to greatness. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's the willingness to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term victory. The path to success is paved with discomfort, and only those willing to endure the pain will walk it. So the question is, how badly do you want it? Are you willing to sacrifice your comfort for the life you've always dreamed of? Are you willing to push through the pain, the exhaustion, the temptation to quit? Because greatness is never found in comfort. It's found in the fire of discipline, in the struggle, in the relentless pursuit of something higher. Choose discomfort. Choose greatness. Now let us explore the power of saying no. We've been conditioned to believe that saying yes opens doors, that every yes is an opportunity, an invitation to something better. But here's the brutal truth. Every yes to a distraction is a no to your goals. Every moment you give away is a piece of your future that you'll never get back. Success demands sacrifice. Success is not some magical gift handed to you on a silver platter. It's earned through relentless focus, through the refusal to be sidetracked, through the art of saying no when everything around you screams. Just say yes. Every time you choose pleasure over purpose, every time you say yes to the easy road, you are choosing weakness. You are giving up the life you want for the life you think you can handle. But let me tell you something, that life is a trap. It's a trap that tells you that one more indulgence won't hurt, that one more distraction won't cost you anything. But it does. Each yes is a chain that binds you to a future of mediocrity. It shackles you to a life that isn't your own, a life where your dreams are slowly suffocated by the weight of the unimportant, the insignificant. So, what if you started saying no instead? Say no to short-term pleasure for long-term success. The world is full of fleeting temptations, little indulgences that promise to make you feel good for a moment, but leave you empty in the end. One more drink, one more hour of sleep, one more episode, one more just this once. These are the lies we tell ourselves. These are the moments that steal your future. If you want to build something that lasts, you must be willing to say no to the instant gratification that the world offers. You must embrace discomfort, delay your pleasure, and endure the sacrifices that make success inevitable. Say no to people who don't align with your vision. People will try to pull you into their chaos. They'll try to distract you, to drag you away from your mission, to take your time and energy without giving anything in return. But you can't afford to waste yourself on those who don't share your drive, your purpose, your vision. They are the anchors that will drag you down, the voices that will drown out your ambition. Say no to them. Let them go. They don't belong in the world you are creating. Say no to your weaker self when it whispers, "Just this once." Your greatest enemy is not the world around you. It's the voice inside your head, the one that convinces you to take it easy, to settle, to quit. That voice tells you that you deserve rest, that you've earned it, that one more compromise won't hurt. But listen closely. That voice is a lie. It will always be there, trying to get you to do less, to be less. But the truth is this: every time you give in to that voice, you pull yourself further from the greatness you were meant for. The fewer things you say yes to, the sharper your focus becomes. Every time you say no, you eliminate distractions. Every time you choose your goals over the world's temptations, you sharpen your focus. You clear the path ahead and make room for what truly matters. You get closer to the person you are meant to become. And you know what? That person will not tolerate the trivial. That person will not settle for mediocrity. That person will be relentless, unstoppable, because they've learned the most powerful word in their vocabulary: no. So ask yourself, how badly do you want it? Are you willing to say no to the world, no to the distractions, no to your own weakness? Because success doesn't come to those who say yes to everything. It comes to those who know how to say no. Say no. Say it loud. Say it often. And watch as your future begins to unfold before you. It is time to train your mind like a weapon. Your mind is not just a tool. It is the weapon that will determine whether you rise or fall. It is the battlefield where every victory or defeat begins. But here's the truth. Your mind is either your greatest ally or your worst enemy. And if you don't control it, someone else will. Every day, the world bombards you with distractions, with lies, with nonsense that is designed to infiltrate your thoughts and steal your power. It's easy to let it all in. It's easy to drift, to let your mind wander and get lost in the noise. But let me tell you, this is a war. If you're not actively training your mind, you are losing. And when you lose control of your mind, you lose control of your life. Develop routines that strengthen mental fortitude. Mental strength is not something that happens overnight. It's not a gift. It's earned through discipline, through the consistent sharpening of your mind. You must build routines that challenge you, that force you to grow stronger every day. This is not about comfort. This is about pushing your limits, about embracing the discomfort that makes you tougher, sharper, more focused. You want to master your mind? Start with routines that force you to think clearly, to think deeply, to take control. Exercise your willpower. Challenge your thoughts. Train your mind like a warrior sharpens their blade. If you're not doing this, you are leaving yourself vulnerable. And vulnerability is weakness. Be ruthless about what you consume. You are what you consume. Every word, every image, every video you let into your mind plants a seed in your subconscious. Every piece of content you take in either feeds your power or diminishes it. Think about that. What are you feeding your mind? Are you feeding it strength, focus, and clarity? Or are you letting garbage, trivial nonsense, and toxic influences shape the way you think, the way you view the world? Be ruthless about what you consume. If you fill your mind with the trash of the world, that's exactly what you will become. You can't expect to rise to greatness while your mind is bloated with distractions and garbage. Your mind is a weapon. Treat it like one. Protect it fiercely. Guard it from the filth of the world. If you let garbage in, you will get garbage out. Protect your mind. In this world of constant noise and constant distractions, your mind is your most valuable asset. Protect it. Guard it as you would a treasure, because once your mind is lost, your power is gone. If you don't control your thoughts will control you. And when your thoughts control you, your life is no longer your own. In a distracted world, mental mastery is your superpower. Your ability to focus, to control your thoughts, to shape your mind into a weapon of precision. That is what will separate you from the masses. While others drift, lost in the chaos, you will stand firm, your mind sharpened and ready to strike. You will cut through the noise, seize control of your destiny, and carve your path to success. So, I ask you, what will you do with your mind? Will you let it be ruled by distractions and weakness? Or will you sharpen it, control it, and use it as the weapon it was meant to be? The choice is yours. But remember this, in the battle for your future, your mind is the weapon, and you must train it every day if you want to win. You must then beware of the illusion of progress. In this world, we've been sold a lie. The lie that busyness equals progress. The lie that activity leads to achievement. But let me tell you something. Busyness is not productivity. Just because you're moving doesn't mean you're going anywhere. In fact, the more you move, the further you may be from where you truly need to be. We live in a society that thrives on distractions, a society that feeds you the illusion of progress. You scroll for hours, chasing the next inspiration, thinking you're getting closer to your goals. But all you're doing is running in place. Scrolling for inspiration is still scrolling. It's a distraction, a cheap substitute for the real work that will actually take you somewhere. It's a false promise. And every time you dive into that void, you lose precious time that you'll never get back. Planning endlessly is not execution. You sit there, drafting the perfect plan, fine-tuning every detail, thinking that this is the key to success. But here's the harsh truth. Planning without action is just procrastination. It's a comfortable lie you tell yourself. Once I have the perfect plan, I'll start. But no amount of planning will ever replace the work, the struggle, the execution. The real progress happens when you take action, not when you sit there, wrapped in the illusion of preparation. And let's talk about multitasking, this modern disease that people wear as a badge of honor. They convince themselves they're achieving more by juggling 10 things at once. But in reality, they're just dividing their power. You cannot focus on everything at once without diluting your energy. When you divide your attention, you dilute your impact. And the more spread out your focus is, the less effective you become. Multitasking is a trap. It makes you feel productive, but in reality, it's just a method of wasting your most valuable resource, your energy. So what should you focus on? Focus on what moves the needle. Focus on what truly matters. The real work, the hard work, the consistent effort that actually gets you closer to your goals. Everything else is just noise. If something doesn't bring you closer to where you want to be, then it's nothing more than a distraction. And distractions are the enemy of success. Stop deluding yourself into thinking that because you're busy, you're making progress. Stop telling yourself that because you're moving, you're getting somewhere. Progress doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing what matters. So take a long, hard look at your life. What are you really spending your time on? Are you truly moving forward, or are you just busy? Remember, the illusion of progress is the greatest thief of real success. Don't fall for it. Get focused, get ruthless, and most of all, get moving in the right direction. Success can mean isolation at some points. Embrace the pain of loneliness. Success is not a destination. It's a path that demands sacrifice, discipline, and strength. And here's the truth that no one wants to tell you. Success is lonely. True success, the kind that separates the great from the mediocre, is born in solitude. It's forged in the silence of your struggle, in the hours when no one else is watching, when no one else is cheering you on. The path to greatness is not for the weak. It's not for those who need constant validation or the comfort of others. It's for those who are willing to walk alone, who are willing to face the darkness of isolation without flinching. Because most people, they're too weak to follow you. They can't handle the discomfort of discipline. They can't endure the pain of self-reliance. They would rather drown in the noise of the world than embrace the silence of personal growth. And when you walk that path alone, they will talk. They'll call you obsessed. They'll call you crazy. They'll call you boring. They'll mock you, belittle you, make you feel like an outcast. And you know what? Let them. Let them call you whatever they want. Because the truth is this: they will never understand. They will never understand that your obsession is the fuel that drives you, that your discipline is the shield that protects you, that your boring routine is the foundation of your empire. They don't see the vision in your mind, the fire in your soul, the relentless pursuit of something greater than what the world offers. They will laugh now. They will doubt you now. But success requires walking alone, long before the crowd ever follows you. It demands that you stay true to your course, no matter how dark, no matter how lonely, no matter how painful. The crowd, they show up when the victory is won, when the rewards are visible, when the fame and fortune are obvious. But those who are truly great, they walk the path when no one is looking, when no one believes in them, when it feels like no one cares. The pain of loneliness is the price of greatness. Every moment you spend alone, every second you invest in discipline, every hour you sacrifice for your goals, that pain is an investment in your future. It will sting. It will hurt. It will make you question whether it's worth it. But the day will come when you stand at the top, when you look back and see that every moment of solitude, every painful step you took in the dark was worth it. You will stand alone, yes, but you will stand victorious. So don't run from loneliness. Embrace it. Own it. Let it remind you that you're on the right path. The path to greatness is not crowded. It's a road less traveled, walked by those who are willing to endure the pain, the isolation, the rejection. And when the world finally sees your success, when the crowd finally gathers around you, they won't know the price you paid to get there. But you will. And that's all that matters. Time is the only equalizer. Time is the one thing that doesn't care about your dreams, It doesn't care about your plans, your excuses, or your hopes for the future. Every human being gets the same 24 hours in a day. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, or what you've been through. Time treats everyone equally. The question is, how will you use it? You see, the difference between success and mediocrity is not luck, talent, or fate. It's in how you choose to spend those 24 hours. It's in how you prioritize what truly matters versus what's convenient. Time is the only equalizer in this world, and it doesn't wait for you to catch up. It keeps moving. It keeps ticking. And if you waste it, you won't get it back. Are you investing your time into growth, or are you spending it on distractions? Distractions are everywhere. They're loud, they're tempting, and they're designed to keep you from focusing on what matters. The world is built to steal your time. Social media, mindless entertainment, the endless scroll of distractions that promise to make you feel good, but deliver nothing. Every time you choose distraction, you choose to ignore your future. Every moment spent escaping reality is a moment you could have spent building your success. So ask yourself, are you investing your time into growth? Are you using your hours to sharpen your mind, to learn, to build, to create? Or are you letting them slip away, wasted on things that don't move you forward? Time is the most valuable currency you have, and every second you waste on distractions is a choice to stay small. Are you prioritizing discipline over indulgence? Discipline is the foundation of success. It's the constant decision to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to sacrifice short-term pleasures on long-term gains. And yet, most people choose indulgence. They choose the easy road, the road that feels good in the moment, but leaves them empty in the end. The price of indulgence is your future. Every moment you choose comfort over discipline, you are choosing mediocrity over greatness. Success doesn't come to those who wait for the right time. It comes to those who create the right time through sacrifice, focus, and relentless work. If you don't make time for your success, you're choosing a life of failure. Failure doesn't look like you falling down, like you missing your chance. Failure looks like the days you let slip by, the moments you waste, the time you spend on things that don't matter. It's the quiet accumulation of small choices that add up to a lifetime of regret. Time doesn't care about your dreams, your pain, or your potential. Time just moves. And if you're not actively using it to build the life you want, you're letting it build your failure instead. The truth is simple. How you use your time will determine the outcome of your life. You can either spend it building something great, or you can spend it on things that keep you stuck in the cycle of mediocrity. You have 24 hours. That's it. That's all you get. So what are you doing with them? Because in the end, it's not the opportunities you missed, or the things you wished for, or the people you think might have held you back. It's how you chose to use your time. And when you look back, will you see a life that was lived to the fullest? A life of discipline, sacrifice, and growth? Or will you see a life squandered in the comfort of distractions, indulgence, and inaction? The clock is ticking, and it's time to decide. Are you investing in your future, or are you letting time pass you by?